Wait a minute, what happens when you mix love, hip-hop, and Grey's Anatomy? There was a full-fledged fistfight in the birthing room. No, not backstage at a reunion special or baby shower, or even backstage at a rap war between Remy Ma and Claressa. Shields. Upon noticing that someone was in labor, the nurse felt guilty for trying to assist. How did we go about it? A nurse reportedly said, "This isn't in my job description." As the chaos in the hospital transformed from baby bottles to black eyes in less than 60 seconds. The most crucial question was whose child was born and who swung first as Remy grabbed her gloves and started to run. Claressa braced herself. Did Remy have another explosion of rage, another failed DNA test, or another breakdown in the love triangle? Prepare yourself for the most ridiculous event in history. Get some popcorn and put on your scrubs. And get ready for a whole new level of madness. 2 adult women chose to throw their hands near a fetal heart monitor. And a nurse yelled not the sort you hear in a delivery room, nor the kind that comes with pushing and breathing in a baby. Black Remy Ma went inside the hospital as if she were the owner by the time Remy got there. Claressa Shields was 10 centimeters along in her labor, but nobody offered to help. They were either afraid or intrigued, or they simply knew that something crazy was about to happen. The dramatic drop in temperature in the room was caused by a cool setting, shade, and a chic purse. The nurse's tension was like a damp mop. And Papoos's face went blank as if his soul had been examined. Rather than say hello or inquire about the baby, Remy entered the doorway, glanced at Claressa, who was perspiring and breathing wildly, and exclaimed, "Let's see if this baby is okay," loud enough to cause the heart monitor to surge. Take a moment. My hubby owns my nose. You are pushing during labor, and the intervals between your contractions are roughly 1 minute. Later, your husband's wife enters the room and begins discussing genetics. This was the last straw for an already nervous Claressa. Remy came slowly and unflinchingly, like a villain in a horror film. And she gritted her teeth and muttered it without even looking. Instead, a terrified shriek went up from the floor as the movie leaned down and whispered something in Claressa's ear. Claressa had just spent hours eating ice chips and making plans for baby names, so everything she said must have been hurtful. Still in labor, she suddenly flung her arm into the air and punched Remy in the jaw with a boxer's wrath. Remy did more, then dodged the issue. He ducked, and the consequence was a pillow swing, so violent that it tore at the seams and flung feathers all over the place. Like a snow globe of disappointment and sorrow. Papoose, the bootleg wax figure, sat in the corner, meant to be associated with both women. He was where? His eyes were unblinking and still, staring at his child's mother. His long-term wife began acting like WWE Tasha, a nurse who was allegedly on leave. This isn't in my job description, but it was too late. The baby monitor got knocked to the floor, the brawl was on hair, and a tray of sterilized tools clattered like cymbals. He was crying. Maintaining the IV lines was the nurse's goal. Claressa was shouting about not being anyone's sidekick during a marching band. Lying, betrayal contracts, loyalty, and who actually handled the crib. The poor nurse made a mistake when she attempted to separate 2 individuals who could both easily bench press her. Though you can watch the entire disaster in 4K online. Do you know who released the movie? According to a daughter who shared a 96 tattoo on Reddit, it was the hospital DJ and not a staff member. The hospital DJ did a live Twitch stream, in case you missed it. He was meant to be playing calming baby lullabies in the corner of the room. But Remy Ma vs. Claressa Labor Lockdown edition was broadcast live and uncut. The Shade Room posted the video after it went viral, and Lipstick Alley in Twitter, where hashtags were hot, followed "It is best to ignore these comments and set aside the nurse who needs rehabilitation." One user went on to say, "I just watched a woman give birth and throw hands at the same time. God is still making warriors." One commenter even likened the fight to a murderous battle, saying Papoose really stood there like he was buffering. But the question that kept coming up was why? In spite of all the memes and jokes, Remy really showed up. Many people think Remy found something immediately before the baby was born. And it had nothing to do with love, closure, or the baby Simply Health bars with the slogan, "Finish her." Not to talk, but to settle a score. It was explosive and confirmed all her fears, whether they were related to an old movie, a DNA test, or even a text from Pap. The internet was torn in two by the 17-second video that showed the chaos inside. Claressa's feather-laden gift. As if things couldn't get much worse, the revealed video shows Remy Ma standing over Claressa's bed, apparently delivering court documents instead of checking on a baby. Claressa is panting and sweating, and her face is cold and callous, like she's prepared for battle. On social media, the rumor spread widely, regardless of its veracity. We shall take a closer look at each frame. In the midst, the camera cuts her off, and she just swings, holding her belly in one hand and the hospital railing in the other, as if she were about to make a big announcement. As someone in the audience gasps, a separate voice responds, "Oh no, she didn't." The speaker resembles DJ Tone at 08, who is scheduled to when a live UFC promo was shown on Facebook instead of relaxing rain sounds. Everyone had an opinion, including battle rappers, aunts, and beauty influencers. Before she entered, someone online circulated a fake screenshot of a Shields Claressa DNA test. The timestamp did not disclose the identity of the alleged father, but it did match the morning of the delivery. Let's take a moment to be honest. What is the evidence for that? No, but has it kept the internet from becoming insane? Suddenly, the narrative changed. Investigators attempted to use background recordings to live-read Remy's whisper into Claressa's ear after what began as a furious dispute in a hospital room turned into a comprehensive probe. Even if the claims that Remy Ma broke into the system to get hospital records are definitely false, they spread more quickly than the facts in this instance. A gossip blog published an audio recording that was purportedly taken inside the hospital room just before fists flew, which made the situation worse. This was 12 hours after the incident. 3 voices can be heard on the recording: Claressa, Remy, and what fans believe to be Papoose. "I told you I didn't plan this. I didn't mean for it to go this far." Claressa goes on, but a male voice, possibly Papa's, adds, "Let's just focus on the baby." Remy replies, "Don't play me. You were never just a friend. You had a whole timeline. Behind my back, you better hope that baby doesn't look like you." Remy continued, sending the comment sections into overdrive. A former hospital nurse said that she knew she had the test since she had detected something before entering the room, if that wasn't strange enough. "You have months to dedicate yourself to the baby during this time. Man, I DM'd a blogger who claims that Claressa listed Papoose Mackey as a support person on her admissions documents, not a friend or family member. His 5 betrayals and his spelled fidelity in Sharpie on his fitted cap have dealt Papoose Mackey's reputation the greatest blow. The drama is evident, but whether this is being polite or petty is up for debate. Which one do I hand the baby to another? Became a common tweet after a few seasons. Claressa stood by Remy Ma as she fought for her boyfriend. The baby just wanted to be born quietly. Shall we take a quick look at the hospital staff? The physician, who currently primarily treats cats and small dogs at a local veterinary clinic, reportedly pleaded to be moved and ceased talking. The next day, Tasha, the poor nurse who had to step in, posted a storytime video on TikTok that showed her using her tongue, drinking tea, and wearing scrubs. The video went viral. As the physician stated, "I didn't sign up." Despite the chaos and memes that surround it, the events at the Love and Hip Hop maternity facility cannot be ignored. Even though Remy Ma may have thrown the first pillow and Claressa may have struck first, everyone is now waiting to see what will happen next from Papoose, who hasn't yet released a statement. After the delivery room incident, people have expressed their opinions, claiming that Claressa's camp is building a case and that Remy's PR team has gone into full lockdown mode. In the meantime, the hospital is reportedly investigating the issue. Drake's tweets, Instagram pictures, and even passive-aggressive story posts have never had unclear lyrics, while security measures and the potential for charges of interrupting treatment are feasible. They are rare when a public altercation occurs near a delivery bed. If you thought the crazy would stop there, you'd best think twice. After a short break, Papoose is now constantly being attacked. A social media following alone is insufficient. Now, Remy's inner circle and Claressa's camp are openly questioning if he is truly as innocent as he is acting. They are bringing up difficult questions, such as whether Papoose served as more than a support network. Had Remy told him about Claressa's pregnancy first? Was he usually leaning one way or the other? Finally, bombs are being dropped on civilians. Do you think Papoose is the biological father of Claressa's child? Prepare yourself for more odd things to happen behind the scenes if you thought that was dramatic. According to an anonymous hospital source, Papoose reportedly spent the whole birth using his phone in a private room rather than holding Claressa's hand or being by her side. According to reports, Papoose summoned several influential people into a room. What's the call? At that point, things start to get unclear. Some conspiracy theorists think he was calling to secure his next major project, while others think he was doing so to negotiate a reality TV agreement based on this particular scenario. The fact is that anything may happen in this era of fake news crises. The subsequent is the following all of this. Claressa's camp brings in legal teams who are not just playing the victim. They are investigating possible parental rights, gathering information, performing DNA tests, and getting ready for a full-scale custody battle. Don't even bring up Remy Ma. She hasn't left, but it's obvious that she has a plan. Since Remy Ma spent days attempting to hide from social media, isn't just a family issue. Let's face it, it's a battle for her reputation, according to reports. Her legal team is working especially hard to make sure Papoose's child doesn't inherit her job, although she may be grinning in public. She is secretly plotting to stop Papoose from pulling a quick one and achieving more than simply having a child. Insiders further claim that a thorough investigation of the hospital's involvement in this scandal is currently in progress. The years she has spent building her empire are at risk of being topped off by this problem. It appears that both parties are suing the hospital because of the hostile circumstances in the birth room and the publicly available video, their lack of professionalism, the security breach, and their inability to break up a fight during a potentially deadly delivery make them a target for an investigation. Along with the medical team, the nurse who made an effort to now. Let's talk about the ensuing media craze. In addition to immediately going viral, the leaked film sparked an internet debate in which everyone, including their grandma, participated. Although she has been suspended permanently, you shouldn't feel sorry for her just yet, according to reports. She is currently attempting to profit from the situation by writing a book that would disclose all the details. Was this some sort of publicity stunt? Was this baby known to Papoose? Would Claressa approach Remy? This delivery room altercation was turned into full-length movies by YouTubers, bloggers, and Instagram influencers, who also made Remy Ma look foolish in numerous viral videos and comment sections. The involvement of the mainstream media was not the only one. Who knows? The true star of the play appears to be Claressa Shields. She has mostly remained mute, allowing the world to form assumptions as she avoids the spotlight. Despite the growing number of rumors, Claressa may have been playing the long game all along because Remy Ma and Papoose have always been flawless in public and have created the impression of being an unbreakable family. Claressa had been waiting for this moment, assuming the reports were accurate while she watched Papoose and Remy's relationship fall apart in the background. She is now ready to leave with everything, including more sympathy from the public and possibly even a significant boost to her career. Papoose's employment is in danger in the interim, despite claims that he is the mastermind behind the scenes. There is no longer any belief that he is the weakest link in this catastrophe. Fans have criticized him for his poor communication and his incapacity to make decisions in his own marriage. Father, or was his life destroyed by a scandal he became embroiled in? Claressa is reportedly already setting up an exclusive interview with big entertainment networks over the entire issue, which is surprising. You might want to talk to Claressa Shields about her journey from boxing champion to real soap opera star. Discuss switching careers. What impact will this conflict have on Remy and Papoose? Will they survive it without being hurt? Will they ever be able to reconcile? Or will their marriage end in divorce? How will the infant fare? In a custody dispute, would it be the two parties' most powerful negotiation instrument, or just a gesture of goodwill? The world is watching, and the drama is just beginning. However, it is clear that this will not be a non-violent conflict. Hold on tight, for everyone's future will be impacted by this debate. We'll be here to inform you of any shocking developments. You, the spectator, must learn the truth about Remy Papoose and Claressa's connection. In your opinion, who is most accountable for the current state of affairs? What are your thoughts on this ridiculous scandal? To walk. Will Remy and Papoose survive this catastrophe? Or is this the end of an era? Please subscribe, make a comment, and check back frequently, as we'll be posting more exclusive updates to keep you interested. We promise that you won't want to miss a moment of this drama, which is far from over. Whether you believe Papoose is truly in charge of this, or whether he got drawn into a battle he didn't initiate, please let us know in the comments section. Below, how is the infant doing? Will these two women's happiness come from this alone? Or will it be used as leverage in a custody dispute? Was it appropriate for Claressa to defend herself in the delivery room? We know you're eager for more updates, so please hit the like button if you're as interested in this ongoing drama as we are. Their lives could be ruined by this argument. Additionally, you should click subscribe and activate notifications to make sure you don't miss any of the story's unexpected turns. Remember to let your friends know about this fire. We promise they'll want to know how it's doing. Don't worry about the headlines. We'll be back with more of your favorite violent drama, exclusive disclosures, and surprising revelations. Watch out for the gossip spill vibe, where the truth is rarely pleasant but always fascinating. The conflict continues, and we're just beginning.